Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Secret Santa Contest 2023 results stream. I'm Mint, and I'm here with Dynascape. Hello, hello. Hello?
Sorry, I forgot I put on push to talk as per usual. Very excited to see what all of these mappers came out and gave to everyone. As we all know, everyone got a prompt and then created a map based on that. So we've got some bangers, honestly, in this stream in store for you guys.
Yeah, and so for everyone who doesn't know, basically a couple months ago we put out a contest where a bunch of mappers got to sign up and submit a prompt that another mapper would receive. And for the past month, these mappers have been working on these maps, and we've also been judging them based on the prompt, creativity, gameplay, and execution, and all these different things. And we have the results ready. And we will be showing the top 8 maps, and the top 8 maps will also be receiving 1 month of supporter from us. And so for so that's pretty much the gist. And for the record, there were 23 prompts submitted. That means 23 mappers were assigned a prompt. We got 19 submissions, which means that 4 of the prompts did not get fulfilled. Which is very unfortunate because we really want to honor the spirit, the gift of giving. So, we actually mapped those 4 prompts for the people who didn't get a map. So we will actually be showing those first. Let's get straight into the judge maps. Our first one is Welcome to Christmas by Favrex and me. The prompt was Snowy Swing.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the Osu song, the Neko Deck song, but just in a holiday theme. So this is very, very fitting. You know, got a Osu holiday competition, or I guess little event, and then we're just starting it off with an Osu song, Christmas themed.
Yeah, and well, this map is very interesting. We got this swing coming in here.
Yeah, you can definitely see the swing mapping, and I've got to say, Peppy needs to give these trumpet players a raise because they are playing their hearts out right now.
Yeah, and I guess people are asking if we get to see who gave the prompt, and yes, that is something that I believe we can grab. I don't have it on hand. I didn't think people would. Okay, I guess we can pull that up right now. This prompt was written by Kurisu Makise. Yeah, and this is a very, very jolly, fun time. Let's get in the spirit of Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone watching, wherever you are.
Yeah, of course. And this is a collab between you and Favrex, right? So pretty cool to see. Very excited to see what other maps are in store for these prompts that went unmapped beforehand. But I think the song is ending up a very, very light start. Nothing too crazy yet, because definitely later in the stream we're gonna get into some more crazier ideas and stuff like that. But this one very, very tame as a prompt and shows in the map.
Yeah, and I mean, we're very excited overall to be able to showcase these maps because these are, of course, world premieres, one may say. None of these maps are uploaded, and we will be seeing the maps firsthand here. And the judges actually, I should probably explain the way that this works. The judges actually did not have any of the mapper names when they were judging, so it was completely anonymous for everyone. They only just got the information yesterday, which was when right after the judging actually finished. So everyone finished judging, and then they got the mapper information. And so, yeah, with that being said, I can keep explaining between maps, but I do want to let's keep this going. Let's get through the second map. So we have a map by Sudden Death and Alexire. This is Doku, and the prompt was Breakcore Ellen Dump, which was submitted by Polarin.
And this map is definitely a step up from the last one that we saw. As you see, the prompt Breakcore Ellen Dump really this map makes sure that you know that it is Ellen Dump, and a very, very technical, very difficult map by Sundeath and Alexire. One of my first thoughts when seeing this map for the first time was, I can't wait to see what kind of difficult tournament is going to use this in a pool somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely very fitting of a tournament map. This is not really the kind of song you would probably expect to be mapped to Ellen Dump, but I think it definitely fits the vibe, especially like if you're considering the vast amounts of breakcore that probably using this approach would actually not really work out. It does end up fitting here in a way.
Yeah, totally agree. Somehow these two mappers make it work really well.
Yeah, very much props to them, especially for mapping it so, I guess, last minute, because we actually didn't really have a plan for the 4 judge maps until like recently. We actually decided we were like going to map these ourselves. So that thanks to them, of course.
Yeah, here we get into some more technical patterns, I guess. I mean, everything here is very technical, but the breaker really shines through in that little fill break.
Yeah, and funnily enough, this is not the only prompt that was submitted with LN dump in the phrase, so I mean, it's quite the popular idea, I think, that people seem to enjoy. This is a very interesting take on the Ellen Dump feature because of the genre. I would say that with the vocals, it definitely helps. So
It's quite funny to see kind of like the two different sides of difficulty in these first two maps that we're showing here. I think the first one somewhere around like 3-star. This one's probably like what, 6-star plus in terms of star rating. It's like really, really hard as compared to that first one with Snowy Swing being the prompt. Then we get Break Corel and
yeah.
Dump.
All right, and I guess we can go into the third map. This is my map, And the prompt was Fun VTuber Remix. And this was submitted by Choco Milku. And the song is King World by Sasakura UK, featuring Shirakami Fubuki.
Yeah, we get Fubukers on the track here, and of course, King World made a couple other times in Mania sets, but I'm very excited to see, of course, you mapping it. I think it's very like LN density based-ish, right? I would say, but of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
I'll let you go ahead and pretty much take over for this one as it is your map.
yeah. In the break sections, you can see a lot of these, I guess, sort of coordination sections with sort of a lot of shields and I guess staccato notes as well. And then we get into the chorus here, which happens 3 times, and this one, basically, it's just basic Ellen density that follows the vocals and the way that the vocals are emphasized. So each chorus it is mapped slightly differently due to the vocals being different and landing on different accents. You do have this sort of break section here, though you still definitely have to pay attention to these LNs. We get these like 1/3 sort of things here. There's not really much to say about the map. It's very straightforward, I think, with its approach. And we're starting to get to this build-up here.
And then here
And
we get
here
into
we are, the second chorus.
Yeah, second chorus. Again, as you said, it's a bit different. And one thing I really like about the chorus section is like at the end you get that really long anchored note on the third column as you're doing other things on the other columns. Or I guess over here is the second column, but first time over is the third column. Then here we again have these kind of like Jackie patterns, some inverse stuff like that, and then a bit of rice.
Yeah, and we're getting into this break section, anticipating the third chorus. This inverse is really difficult. Had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, I think it's generally more dense than the other parts of the sections, or I guess the song. And again, this is at 240 BPM, right? So this is very quick and really only for experienced players.
Yeah, absolutely. This is very difficult, honestly. Very few people are going to be able to play this.
There we go, that's the end of the third chorus, and then all we have left is the outro, but there you have it. Sasakura UK and Fubuki for King World, very famous song in the Osu community and very good map by you, Mint.
Yeah, and thank you. And we will be getting, I think, straight into the fourth and final judge map. So after this, we'll be getting into the actual results. This is All Round Dumpster Fire Marathon, mapped by Alexar. I believe the song is Bucephalus Bouncing Ball. And forgetting the artist at the moment. It's escaping me. I think it's Aphex Twin. This is a marathon, of course, so it's going to be very long. And yeah, this is mapped by Alexar, and the submitter of the prompt was Epic Man 2.
And I think Alexar really took the marathon to heart, chose a 5.5 minute map for us, and I think he said something about a bouncing ball. It sounds about right. You'll see, especially in the later sections, it really does just sound like someone dropped their marbles from the pocket or something. But also, I guess
for sure. This map is very chaotic. It definitely encapsulates dumpster fire very well. Yeah, and while this map is playing, there's not really much to say about it aside from the fact that these patterns are very chaotic. And I think we can get into maybe talking a little bit about how the scoring system works before we get into the actual maps. So basically, each judge gives each map a score out of 50. The breakdown was 20, 10, 10, 10 for 20 points to the fidelity to prompt, how well it fits the prompt that was given, 10 points for general creativity, 10 points for gameplay, and 10 points for conceptual execution. So the judges were allowed to interpret these categories in however manner they wished and however they saw fit. And so essentially, we get this. Let's take one judge, for example. Let's say they score a bunch of maps out of 50, and their average was 35. And the standard deviation, which is a mathematical term, you don't have to make sense of it, was 5. So most of the maps will be scored between 30 and 40 for this judge, for this one particular judge. And every judge has their own average and their own standard deviation. If you're not really a math person, you can tune out for a bit, but this is going to go into depth about how we actually calculated the scores, the final scores for each of these maps. So basically, the standard deviation away from the average is the amount of points, standardized points that you would get. So if that judge, for example, that I brought up earlier, for example, who had an average of 35 and had a standard deviation of 5, if you got 38 points, you would get 0.6 in your standardized score. If you got 30 points, which is 35 minus 5, that would be -1 standardized points. So basically, you get all of the judges and you add up all their standardized scores, and that is the score that you will get. So it'll seem like kind of random decimals, but there's a lot of calculations going into it to make sure that everything is super fair. And yeah. So you can expect, because of the way that this is scored, about half of the maps got negative points and about half of the maps got positive points. Just to give kind of a perspective of how this scoring system works.
I think you'll
And
definitely
hopefully, yeah.
I think you'll definitely see us allude to some of the I guess sections of the criteria. Like, some maps definitely maxed out their creativity points while sacrificing gameplay points, but and some maps will have really good conceptual execution, but overall these top 8 maps are just very fun to either play or watch overall.
Yeah, I will say I'm actually very, very happy with the turnout of this competition. I think that these top 8 maps really, really deserve the spotlight. Every single one of them. And I think that it's very exciting to see this amount of creativity going into a silly little contest like this. So I'm really, really glad that all of you mappers were able to put in your best effort, truly. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, really. I actually don't know how much of the map we have left.
I think we're almost at the end, pretty much the outro. Oh, there we go,
Yeah.
and we can get into the first map, which is actually an honorable mention that you wanted to give a little shout out to, right?
Yeah, this is correct. There was a map that did not land in the top 8 that I wanted to give a special shout out to because there was clearly a lot of effort put into this. They made a custom song for this contest. I don't know what who's making a custom song for a contest like this, right? Like it is quite incredible to be seeing all this effort put into the maps here. unfortunately, this map did not get top 8, so the mapper will not be receiving any supporter. Um, but yeah, I mean, it isn't a Secret Santa contest without a secret. So yeah, thank you for everyone, and this is the map.
Merry Crisis.
Yeah, I mean, you say custom song, that's very generous. Just kidding, Polar. And this, I could tell, a lot of effort was put into this, and this map is very, very silly. Prompt being Merry Crisis Tragic Love Extra, and yeah, if you're gonna play this map, you are definitely gonna have a crisis. We're having a time of immense difficulty.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, so first of all, that Ellen wall right there, that's the hardest part of the map, for sure. And okay, so the prompt was written by Lot. Merry Crisis Tragic Love Extra. For those of you who don't know, Tragic Love Extra is a Osu standard meme that comes from a reference from someone saying that the background didn't fit the song because it was about a tragic love. So yeah, that's the reference right there. And yeah, you can tell this was a lot of effort was put into this, clearly. But it is very short, so we do get an end to it here, unfortunately. Say goodbye to these two little kittens. And yeah, so that was Polar in submission. That was an honorable mention, and yeah. So now we're actually gonna get into the top 8. So here we are. Number 8. The mapper is Hugged, and the prompt was written by Dr. Mango, and it was simultaneous harmony between polar opposites. Here we have a 10K map of a song that has Isabelle from Animal Crossing and someone from Doom. I don't remember the name. Dinah, if you could.
Yeah, Doom guy from Doom.
Doom guy from Doom. I don't know anything about Doom, but yeah, this is like a very interesting take on the prompt, and I think it definitely works. And the scoring definitely shows that there was a very much mutual understanding between the mapper and the judges on what this prompt was supposed to mean. And so I think we can definitely see that being encapsulated here. We can see these like one-handed LN and the other hand is all rice. It's all very, very much like makes sense with this prompt.
Yeah, this part really knocks it out of the park. I mean, you can see one hand, you're doing these inverse LNs, and then the other you have the jacks, which is like, goes along with the prompt with simultaneous harmony between polar opposites. And then just the song itself, that Animal Crossing New Horizons and Doom Eternal mashup where you get that cute female vocal with the metal, death screaming and guitar, stuff like that. Such a really good prompt.
Yeah, and I think it really fits here and just makes sense. Like, it makes a lot of sense here. Yeah, I guess we can just let the rest of the map play out here. There's not really much else to say about this, except, well, congratulations to Hug for getting 8th place and receiving 1 month of Osu supporter. You can DM us on Osu if you want us not to give it or to give it to someone else. But yeah, there's that 10 key long note hold. Very fun.
Yeah, the rare deco hold. Job Hugged.
Yeah, this is a really cute map overall. I think it really fit the prompt, and congratulations on the 8th place.
With that done, we can go ahead and get into our 7th place finish. We've got Deleted, where the prompt is all chords are grace notes, and we have even a custom storyboard / background.
Yeah, and this song is Feel Seasickness by Camellia. And we can very clearly see that all chords are indeed grace notes. So it really does follow the prompt.
One thing I really like about this map is that even though the prompt is all chords are grace notes, it very well could have been just, you know, a random rice pick with everything being rice notes, but deleted make sure to add in some LN grace chords, stuff like that. So you know, there's that variety.
Yeah, and I mean this one, I don't know any other song that could really fit this sort of, I guess, mapping style. There's not really anything. And here we get some storyboard stuff. Wow.
Definitely watch out if you're playing with no background dim because, you know, obviously as you can see on the left hand side, bit of a flashbang going on, little epilepsy warning I probably should have said before the map, but yeah, a lot of flashes as well interspersed throughout.
Yeah, and I'll say this map really is very engaging with the prompt. Like it very deeply understands how to make something engaging while making sure that the chords and grace notes do not feel forced. Like it doesn't really feel like this map really had to go out of its way to make sure that it followed the prompt. It felt very like as natural as you can get with this, and I think that's it very much shows when in how it plays. So very nice. And so yeah, congratulations on the 7th place deleted, and we can get into the 6th place map.
And in 6th place, we have the great Dr. Mango with the prompt different languages, different mapping styles. The song is Mouse by Ligodo, who is a Korean indie slash folk artist. So as you'll see in this first little section here, she sings in Korean, and then obviously when we get into the chorus, you'll see a bit of a change in the map.
Yeah, and this one definitely, of course, follows the prompt very well. I think that using an expressive style for these, especially since, as you'll see later, the chorus of this song is also very stylistically different. Like it's a lot more intense, and I think that even if you disregard the prompt, it fits like stylistically it fits very well, and you can't really like I don't know, because it's like this part is very calm in comparison to the chorus. So you'll see that this map is still very cohesive as it stands on its own. But when in relation to the prompt, it fits really well, obviously.
Yeah, 100%. Here you can see the chorus, and Ligodo has switched to English, and of course, as Min was alluding to, you know, there's definitely that increase in energy, and that's really reflected in the mapping.
Yeah, and I mean, back here with the guitar section, there's the LNs here. But yeah, this is a very interesting chart, very engaging chart. I think this really does encapsulate this prompt very well, written by Alan. Different languages, different mapping styles. It really does fit like really well. And of course, we'll be saying that for every single one of these maps here in the top 8 because they all really do fit the prompt. Of course, it is worth 20 points out of 50 to fit the prompt. So of course, all of these maps are gonna be very I guess like within that sort of yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And again, as you said, honestly, shout out to Alan for the very interesting prompt. I mean, when it's just like you're in a contest and you just have to give a prompt for someone to make a map. I think Alan really knocked it out of the park with this one. I mean, it's so interesting. Different languages and different mapping styles. I would have never thought of something like that in a million years. And Dr. Mango really did this prompt well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we can just honestly let this map play out from here. And yeah, congratulations to Dr. Mango for the 6th place. And we'll be giving you 1 month of supporter. Again, if you do not wish to receive the supporter, or perhaps you want us to give it to someone else, please let us know, and we will take care of that for you.
That's gonna wrap up Dr. Mango's 7th place finish. And now we can get into the next map. I'm sorry, 6th place finish. With 5th place, we have Kurisu Makise, and the prompt, I believe, was press any key to continue.
Yeah, this one got 5th place, another 10 key submission. So we only had 2 10 key submissions, and they both ended up in the top 8. So I guess that's the life hack for everyone. If you want, if you want supporters, submit 10 keys. And this one is very interesting, very fun. Super light. Press any key to continue. Well, it's very difficult to interpret this prompt, to be honest. But I think this mapper did it pretty well. The song very much fits, and you really do have to press any key, 10 keys in fact, to be able to continue. And there's a lot of this like very old gamey style. You can very clearly see these with the bar line and stuff.
Yeah, and even the song name itself, it's Game by Eston. Just for a little background on it, it was originally, I think the first rhythm game it was in was Boa's all the way back in 2017, where they had it as a gimmick chart for the April Fool's event. And that map, I guess, chart featured stacked notes, impossible flicks, a lot of invisible notes, and just overall very unreasonable patterns for your average mobile rhythm gamer. This chart obviously not as harsh as that original April Fool's map, but it does have some SV, as you can see, to keep you on your toes.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Congratulations to Kurisu Makise for the 5th place and the 1 month of supporter. All right, and this next one is quite the doozy, if I do say so myself. Um, this one definitely, I would say, had the most effort put into it. At least you'll be able to see why I say that when you see the map. And um, it was described in a lot of very funny ways. When we were looking at this chart for the contest, there are a lot of different opinions about this chart, let's say. And I mean, some very funny comments, like, for example, I absolutely refuse to believe you made this in a month. This is incredible. And another comment here, it's really crazy Christmas chord. And here we have it, the map of all time. Bad Dragons, Crazy Christmas Chords, Suteki no Holiday. 4th place, congratulations.
Yeah, if I personally had to give it a score, it'd just be the full 50, of course. Maybe even extra points in the creativity section. As you can see here, very light intro, but soon we get a little crazy with it.
Honestly, let's just let the map speak for itself. I won't say anything until the end.
Yeah, 100%.
テリベアももう待ちきれないクリスマスが今年もやってくる悲しかった出来事を消し去るようにさあパジャマを脱いだら出かけよう少しずつ白くなる街路樹を駆け抜けてpå jordens mörka rum och tusen strålar och på himlens djupblå grund och över stad och land ikväll går julens glada bud att föder Herren Jesus Krist vår frälsare och Gud.
That's amazing. Stick your finger on my ass. Boy next door. Swallow my cum. See?
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. And I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy. Wait until your Christmas day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is yours.
クリスマスは誰にもやってくるもし一人ぼっちでも寂しがらずに心に住むサンタに呼びかけて幼い頃の夢を思い出してごらんよ
Yeah, and that was Bad Dragon submission. So thank you and congratulations on the 4th place. You'll be receiving your 1 month of supporter. Just let us know if you want us to give it to someone else, or if you don't want it at all, just let us know. And yeah, what a submission, right? That was absolutely insane. And
Yeah.
massive props to you, of course.
Well, with that being said, we can go ahead and try to recover from that by going into our third place. So now we're at the podium finish. We got the bronze medal, and with the prompt distortion by Mitch, we have Disguise with an 8686M song.
Yeah, this one was definitely a judge favorite, um, particularly due to the very expressive sorts of dump. And it really does fit the prompt of distortion. It really does feel like the patterns kind of distort in a way, along with the song. It's a very interesting sort of technique that Disguise implements here. All right, and there we have it with third place. That was a very unique take on Distortion by Disguise. Thank you and congratulations on third place and the 1 month of supporter. And we're gonna get straight into second place. Mocha Loca's Everything Smooth and Silky. And this is a very simple and cute sort of map here. Very, very nice sort of like, yeah, and Dinah, do you wanna?
Yeah, I mean, with the prompt being everything smooth and silky, I think Mocha Loca really hits it out of the park. I mean, these notes just really do play like butter, and honestly, they're very soft on my 5-digit palette. So, thanks for that, Mocha Loca.
Yeah, this definitely with the graces, it definitely feels very much in line with the prompt. Everything smooth and silky. This definitely really accomplishes that. And yeah, congratulations for the second place, Mocha Loca, and the 1 month of supporter. Again, please let us know. I know I'm saying this a lot in the stream, but I do want to emphasize this. Please let us know if you want to accept the supporter or if you want to give it to someone else. Yeah.
And with
And thank
this
you
map,
for the cute map. Yeah, very
yeah,
cute map.
with this map, as expected from a prompt like this, just a lot of grace notes and just very non-intrusive rolly pattern. So it really is just a joy to play through. And again, congratulations to Mocha Loca for that second place finish for the Secret Santa contest. Now all that's left is our gold medalist.
Yeah, and I do want to say this map really blew me away when I first played it. This mapper Ultra really pulled it off here. Watching the auroras with you was the prompt. And I don't know, this map really just does it for me, and it clearly resonated with a lot of the judges as well. So I'm very glad it received this first place. Um, this is definitely like my favorite map out of all these by far. Obviously, all the maps were amazing, but I just want to say like the patterns just flow really well. The song is really, really nice, and it really fits the prompt, the sort of vibe that you kind of get. Just like relaxing out there, like watching the auroras, with maybe someone you love.
Exactly.
It really does feel like that, honestly, and I'm really, really glad that this map got first.
So again, congratulations to Alptrum. We're gonna let this one run, and we hope you guys enjoy this map. And that's gonna finish it off for this map. Once again, congratulations to Alptrom for this first place finish in our Secret Santa contest. And of course, thanks to all of the mappers for participating. And once again, congratulations to our top 8. Thank you to Mint for hosting this Secret Santa contest. And of course, all of the judges involved. And a happy holidays from Osu BSM. Just gonna give it over to Mint for the closing thoughts.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the mappers for submitting a prompt and map. I'm really glad this turned out the way that it did. This is the first time that we've ever really done something like this, and we're definitely gonna do more like it soon. So please be on the lookout. Maybe we'll have a little Osumania Easter contest. Who knows? Maybe we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this was a blast to host, and I'm really glad that all the judges as well also really enjoyed this. I want to give a lot of special shout outs, so please bear with me as I go through this list. So first of all, I want to thank Randome Lol for co-hosting. He's been a really big help for doing a lot of the, I guess, like management stuff and making sure a lot of things that ran smoothly at first in the beginning when we were setting the contest up in the first place. I want to thank Pishyfat for answering all of my questions about contests and stuff. I did have a lot of questions since this was a very different contest in terms of like how it was supposed to run and all of that with the prompts and as well as the custom anonymized names as well. Those things we had to patch up with Pishy. So thank you to him. I want to thank all of the judges. I want to list them out here. Abraxos, Favrex, Monosoul, Elixir, Hope Gadget, Sudden Death, and Unpredictable. Thank you to all of them. They all really enjoyed this process, and I'm sure they really appreciated all of these maps that they got to look at. I want to give a shout out to our tech team, Normaplier and Rhymes with Mash, who put together these graphics and streaming everything all within the last couple of days. Thank you so much, and this stream wouldn't have happened without them. I want to thank Dynascape for being here with me as a co-commentator. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you all so much for making this happen. We really pulled through, and I can't wait to, do this again. Yeah. And with that being said, I think it is time for us to say our goodbyes. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all who celebrate and everyone around the world. And thank you for watching. And I suppose we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye.